Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we're going to go over the celebration info for part 2 of the worldwide download celebration. I gotta say already, I actually cannot take it, man. I'm seeing so many people say there's nothing to do, worst worldwide ever. It's like, bro, please, man. There's so much. Alright, let's jump in. Let's jump in. Let's take a look at what we got here. Part 2, again, of the worldwide celebration. So we get various events, including the new limited attempts event. That's got red zone, right? No. That might be the. Or is it maybe it's talking about the Zamasu Link level stage? Whatever. And EZA battle will become available. There's a co-op campaign for part 2 also. I didn't actually look at the details of that part 2 co-op campaign. We'll look at that in a second. Requires you to complete missions with other players. Okay. Opening song of Dragon Ball Super is still playing. Gotcha. All right, so you have tons of missions. This is cool. They're bringing back the, joyous lettuce harvesting for the next week. Okay, so this is going to go up until the part 2 Carnival LRs are going to come out. Again, I would say the assumption, the expectation at this point is that it's going to be a dual Carnival banner. We're going to get 2 Carnivals. We're going to do missions to get the 50 tickets to get that really good multi, which is good. So this event is now updated. This is where now at this point we're going to get more stones per day from the In Search of the Light of Hope event. This is pretty good, right? Do it every single day, get stones. I think that, of course, is pretty good. We have part 2 for this co-op campaign. What does it say? Is there anything special or peculiar about this? Let me take a look here. All right, so work together with other players to complete missions. Clear stages with at least 2 future Saga category allies during part 2 of the campaign. Interesting. With a team that includes at least 2 future Saga characters. Okay, well, there you go. Use a lot of future Saga characters, and then that will actually get us the points for this. Okay, sure. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, there's going to be another title. By completing all the unique title missions available in part 1, 2, 3, and then we get this. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is Mai's, shotgun plus Trunks' sword. And then there is a title from the Mortals and Gods event as well, where you get a title that's similar, but it has Trunks. It's kind of like the Spirit Sword. Kuwabara Spirit Sword from Yu Yu Hakusho. Here, let's go to the bottom. And then the other half, I've actually seen some... Wait, is it not... Is it only on the JP side of the news thing? I saw people talking about it. I'll pull it up if it's not in there. Where is it? Oh my god, part 2, there's actually a lot. There's that, this. Is it actually shown here? Yeah, there it is, right there. So, it's Trunks' sword. I've actually seen a lot of back and forth on, is that Goku Black's Keyblade, or is it Fusion Zamasu's? I don't know. I'm going to assume it's Fusion Zamasu's, because that's, like, him and Trunks clash, just like this, but it could be Goku Black. I don't know. At this point, I do want one of the part 2 Carnival LRs to be Goku Black, just because people are going to be so mad if it's not. It's literally just that simple. I feel like I'm pretty content with the celebration. I personally don't care any character they pick. I feel like I'm already very satisfied with the celebration. But I know people would be very upset if it's not a Goku Black. I definitely would like a strong villain to continue to upgrade that Zamasu team, though. Would be awesome. So then we could, post on social media, get stones, cool. All right, so we have this event right here. This is a link level event. Stage 1, you fight Gowasu, and it's just a huge chance to get link levels, right? So I would really emphasize to people to try your best to just come in here with like characters with like link level 5 and up, to really take advantage. Again, people will always be smartasses to me when I try and talk about this stuff, but you will save, like, if you get a level 9 link to go to level 10, you're talking about saving potentially dozens of hours of grinding for one link, right? Again, if you want to be a super smartass, sure, go for it. And watch me go with my team full of characters with level 1 links. You knock yourselves out, man. But, like, you're going to get huge value in cutting down the amount of time it takes to level up links, because you do one quest mode stage, and a lot of the times you're gonna get, you know, links to 1, 2, 3, 4 very, very fast. It only takes a little bit to get to like link level 4 or something like that. So there is that, right? There's that. And then there's a stage 2 against Zamasu. And in stage 2, you can only bring in future Saga characters. But I think for a lot of players, this could be good. Let's say you pull LR Fusion Zamasu, you have 6 stages you could go into to try and link level him up. Because again, remember, I would really emphasize, like just big bad bosses characters. Strongest link in the game, that's what you want to do. And you could do this, you could do each stage 3 times. So you could do this in total 6 times a week, which is really crazy. And this is a busted event. This is really good. You'll get a lot of link level luck from this. Then we have Future Gohan's EZA. So we have 2 characters here. We have Future Gohan and we have the Tech Trunks. The Tech Trunks is just, I mean, worthless. He's just trash. Like, you look at how strong they're making these bosses turn 1 now. Like, this guy is just nothing. Like, I get you could say, oh, it's a subby, so you could expect him to be good. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I can. Screw that thinking to hell. Because he has this, right? 100% attack when there's an enemy whose name includes Cell. How's about he gets 100% attack when there's an enemy whose name includes Cell, and then he also gets 50% damage reduction, and he gets 50% chance to dodge, and he gets 50% chance to guard against a Cell. Is there a problem with that? You guys got a problem with that? That would be good. Boom. It's like, there we go. So then this Trunks, you know, in that first form Cell fight, guess how many hits Cell lands on Trunks, by the way. Exactly. When they do that fight, it doesn't even touch him. So it's like, we could just, you know, we know we're fighting Cell. This Trunks will be really good. He has a clear, defined purpose. Right now, this Trunks does not have a purpose. I do not mind. Of course, Dokkan Fest LRs and Dokkan Fest and stuff like that are going to be the strongest characters to go into the strongest events and shit like that. That doesn't mean free-to-play characters and sub-EZAs need to be worthless, though. They could have made this guy good. Just heavily condition it. That's all you gotta do. You know, I don't think that him just being a god against Cell would be a problem. I think that would be good. So, that's what I think. Just the way he is, he has no defense. Like, he just gets touched. You could win with this guy if he's just never gonna get targeted ever, right? If he got that going on, he's looking good. Future Gohan, I think, is fairly solid. I don't know if I want to go too far than that. I love that he's got damage reduction. He has guard. When he transforms, he has guaranteed damage reduction. It's like, man, I feel like he'll be able to hold in there well against some of the big boss attacks potentially. But, I mean, it's still just going to be scary. I mean, it's just the landscape of bosses right now, they actually up these guys so much with the amount of damage that they could do, and very quickly too. So that's something to definitely keep in mind with Future Gohan. So yeah. So we've got that. I think Future Gohan is pretty good. I mean, if I had to rank him in terms of like a EZATUR, I would say somewhere within the top 4 range. He's definitely not better than Zamasu, but you know, 2, 3, 4, something like that. I do think he's pretty solid. I think maybe expecting a lot more than this is probably not realistic. I think that they could have upgraded this transformation condition a little bit, right? Because, I mean, if you are in base and this does not proc, like, he's weaker than he is in Super Saiyan, right? Like, you need this to proc. Otherwise, you're going to be stronger defensively in this version right here. So they could have, I think, upgraded either his transformation condition to make it a bit easier to get the Super Saiyan, but also I wish we had 30% defense for 1 turn right here. It just sucks. 30% defense for 1 turn right here would have been a tremendous advantage for this Gohan right there. So we have that. Oh yeah, there's a burst mode going on as well for the Vegeta and Trunks Dokkan event. Okay, that's good. That is on right now also. Okay, Vegeta and Trunks burst mode. We have new stages added to these story events. Okay. The first story event right here, we're going to be able to get this Trunks who actually has a domain, right? This guy actually seems interesting after his EZA because of the way his Dokkan field / domain is going to work. I think that this guy actually seems to me to be very intriguing because this seems to be a pretty good buff right there that I think can be very advantageous. So I think this guy's right now he's kind of fodder. I mean, you activate your domain and you just try and hide him to the best of your ability, but that's pretty much it, right? But after his EZA, this guy potentially could be a pretty solid character. Again, free-to-play units don't have to be bad. You just can't make them like this guy's kit. Like, you just read this, like, this is trash unless you're on, you know, one of the newest, strongest Dokkan Fest characters or newest LRs or something like that. Like, you're not gonna make a free-to-play character, you know, tank with raw defense and do damage and stuff. Like, it's just, this is a terrible kit for a free-to-play character. But once we start talking about this is good. This is interesting, right? So I do like this quite a bit. That sort of like domain or Dokkan of field ability that he has right there could make this EZA very interesting. This guy sucks, but I mean, it's, again, this guy's also going to EZA in part 3. No reason to go too crazy. We'll see. He already has a little bit of support in there. So, I mean, maybe that could allow him to help out a little bit. Again, we'll have to see what his EZA is going to look like, right? That's going to be the thing with that guy. So, new stages added to that. We have we had 3 stages added to the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, and then we had 1 stage added to the Dismal Future Red Zone. Now, these are pretty tough fights. All 3 of them are one-phase fights against Blue Goku and Vegeta, Fusion Zamasu, and then Vegito Blue. Everyone is talking about the Vegito Blue fight right now. It's definitely very tough, very challenging fight. Vegito Blue is hitting like, it's basically Cell Max turn 1. Essentially, right? Like, if we go pull it up, that's pretty much what Vegito Blue is he's just like kind of like turn 1 Cell Max, which is just, I mean, that is unsustainable for many characters. And not only is he turn 1 Cell Max, but Vegito Blue, he also has, you know, 100 million HP, and he's got 70% damage reduction, and he's attacking 10 times per turn, right? And again, remember, he's getting this big attack buff on his super attack, right? Again, he's basically Cell Max, right? He's got the 2 super attacks, the cooldown of 4. This guy is a huge problem. But they did put 1 backdoor in for him. Well, there's actually 2. Number 1 is that you can attack debuff him. Because of the fact that you could attack debuff him, that lowers his difficulty significantly. You know, running, like, I think you could get, like, a solid, like, Final Form Cooler, like, build going, right? Like, Cooler gets you a bunch of additional supers. That's a bunch of debuffs. EZA STR Cooler debuffs. Like, if you would get an opening rotation of LR Golden Frieza, Final Form Cooler, and then TUR Golden, or TUR Cooler, you could, like Vegito Blue won't be able to do damage to you anymore, like, after that. Right? Like, if he would just, I don't know, you get lucky and he aims 2 super attacks at Golden Frieza at the start, and, like, you know, the coolers, I think, with their attack debuffing should work well. LR Omega Shenron is probably the single best character in the game for this fight, probably, with all of his debuffs, his active skill debuff, his passive debuff, his super attack debuffs, and his revive. In the first video I did against this guy, you know, Omega destroyed him. And then the other thing, so many people are confused on this. This is a pure Saiyan category character because this is the transformation of the Blue Goku and Vegeta. So this guy, because again, we literally would just go to this, and then we go right here, and it's this exact Vegito, right? So all the categories that this guy has right here, this is what the boss has. So you could use Tech God Goku against this guy, and he has the damage reduction for pure Saiyans. You could use Tech Khalifa against this guy, and she's going to dodge with her 100% chance to dodge. So you do have some ways around it. Now, God Goku and Khalifa, they're not an auto win button because he does super twice per turn often, but it is still nice that you could do that, right? You could throw on Tech Khalifa, throw on Tech God Goku, and they can work effectively. Again, because people didn't understand, this guy is on pure Saiyans. He is a pure Saiyan enemy. So we have that. Then we have the Red Zone stage. This Red Zone stage seems pretty tricky against Goku Black and Zamasu. They seem like a very tough fight. I think it may be the toughest fight in the game. I don't know, though, because the thing is it is essentially just an upgrade of the Goku Black Rose fight, right? So I do feel like you could probably get like almost like cheesy, very effective strategies to just roll the fight very fast that wouldn't really work so well against Omega. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to want to do this, you know, another 3 days, you know, another 15 attempts or something like that. I would say this could be tougher than Omega, but it probably isn't. But again, I'll do a couple more stages first. I do think this. I mean, how tough is this fight? It's really hard to say. I'm gonna want to do. I'm gonna do a bunch of more videos in this fight as well, so we can kind of see. The fact that you could debuff this guy, it is just interesting. Like, how tough is this fight when you could debuff? I don't think it'll be like on the level of like Omega or something like that, but this is definitely a challenging one. I mean, dude, look at this damage. This is turn 1. So you need to be above this to double digit tank, right? Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. This guy hits really hard. So I don't know. He's definitely a very, this is a good fight. I like this fight probably more so than, because a lot of the other fights in the celebration unfortunately are just the same thing over and over, right? Like First Form Cell, Goku Black, now the Zamasu stage. It's just kind of like a harder version of the same stage. And even the first 2 of this one as well, this event, they're kind of just very similar. But Vegito is structured a bit differently in that you could debuff, and they made him hit like way harder than the other ones, right? I like it though. I do like it. At least they're giving us a lot of very challenging stages. I think that's good. That's good. Really good that Dokkan is giving us these tough fights, you know, actually challenging our characters. I like that a lot. We have a new stage of Infinite Dragon Ball history that is up right now as well. Okay, this is against Trunks. We have this EZA support campaign. This is for the Tech Super Saiyan Trunks. Again, the character that I think is not really that good. Yeah, this guy. It's for this guy. So just by clearing future Gohan's stages, you will get medals to EZA that Trunks. Again, I think that's a really good thing that they've done, is they allow players to not have to just roll right back into it and do it a second time. So I think that's, again, a really, really good thing that Dokkan has done. I hope they continue to sort of do stuff like that, right? That they make this a permanent thing. Because it's like, I don't know, at the same, like, we'll get people who will cry that there's nothing to do, which I mean, literally every single celebration ever, people have said there's nothing to do. So, I mean, there's that. But I do think that, you know, there's different levels to their stuff to do. Necessarily grinding a sub-easy, like, that's not fun, right? Like, this is much better than actually just like, all right, let me just do the same EZA. Like, stage 10 of an EZA, like, it's just, at least you could full auto it now, I guess, thank God, right? But this is good. Just giving us the medals for these sub-EZAs is a really good thing. So that's that, and then of course we still have part 1. Yeah, dude, there's actually so much. Like, it's just crazy. The amount of missions and stages and content and stuff like that and characters. Yeah, really, really strong celebration so far. So let me know what you guys are thinking about the part 2 of the Beyond Space and Time campaign, the Worldwide Download Celebration, but I think they are killing it. The difficult content stages are certainly very challenging. There's a lot of stuff to grind up. We got a lot of events to do. I think that the celebration is on track. The LRs should be next week, by the way. I believe that they're scheduled to be revealed on the 12th at the moment. I saw some people saying there's like a clue thing you can do, and then it tells you that the reveal is actually going to be taking place on the 12th. So we'll see what the LRs look like. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.